Check it. Alright, what is up? You are back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, we look at SPY and revisit my weekly prediction and update for AMC, GME, and SPY. I do talk about my weekly prediction and update from last week where I predicted the candles for this week, and we revisit that prediction to see if it was right. We also check out a clip that I did drop for AMC and talk about AMC's future and the near price action that I do expect in the next couple of days. We also look at GME stock as well, looking at the technicals on the larger and smaller time frames, letting you guys know where AMC is headed in the larger macro picture and also the smaller micro picture. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, leaving emotion at the door. Let's go. You are back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, we're looking at the overall market, SPY. We're also looking at AMC and GME, our favorite meme stocks. We're also revisiting my weekly update as I did predict a green weekly candle for AMC and GME in my last weekly update. You guys can go ahead and check for yourselves in that video I dropped on Sunday, giving you guys your weekly prediction and update. I did tell you this week would be a bullish week for AMC and GME, and we did get this green candle for GME and this green candle for AMC. Check out my video that I will be dropping on Saturday or Sunday, giving you guys your weekly prediction and update, predicting the weekly candle once again for AMC and GME. As you guys can see, we got this right. Also, SPY still tracking absolutely perfectly. This is ridiculous. I wish SPY would actually give me some type of challenge, because it keeps just following the price path to a T. As you guys can see, we exactly went up to that 450 mark that I did call out weeks ago after retesting this 436 bottom. We came up and I told you as soon as we retested 436, we would see a big jump all the way up to about 450. That's exactly where we went, 451 exactly. So I was about $1 off, and then we got a push to the downside, which I did call for a big push to the downside. I do think we're going to be coming back down to about 445, 444, that region down here to retest this macro sloping resistance as support. So we need to come back down and test this yellow line as support. If SPY breaks down past this yellow line at about 444, that's the price point that this is in. Let's go ahead and slide this over so you guys can see 445, 444, around that range. If we break down through that, you're going to see SPY push down hard. It's going to come down all the way to about 436, maybe even lower if we break this resistance, and that could be the start of the crash and capitulation that I was telling you about. Yes, there is a market-wide short squeeze going on, and that's why you're seeing SPY rally so hard. You're seeing multiple stocks like Coin, Riot, Carvana. You're seeing these stocks go hard and rally, but this is a blow off top. This is a blow off top. This is what I used to talk about in my videos. I don't know if some of you guys are new and don't understand that, but a blow off top is when you have a big push to the upside and then a big crash and capitulation to the downside. You can see that RSI is overheated here on the 4-hour time frame and on the daily time frame, telling me that we're going to have more indication to the downside. We're also outside of the Bollinger Bands. As you guys can see, price is outside of the Bollinger Bands, letting me know we're going to have more downside. And we also have these gap fills down here that will be filled. So if SPY comes down to about 444 and does not hold that level as support, it's going to be pushing down hard to these lower levels. Now, if SPY can hold 444 as support after coming down to retest these lower lows down here, after getting this bounce off of 450 or this rejection after 450, you will see SPY go to about 460. But that's going to be the absolute top in my personal opinion. SPY will not be making a all-time high. Okay, SPY will not be making an all-time high in my personal opinion. It could be about a double top, 460 in my personal opinion. So a double top would be right around that 460 region before we see a major push to the downside. I'm still hedged using SQQQ. These stocks pay dividends, so while you're waiting for the crash or capitulation, you can get long exposure by getting SPY. So I have SPY. And then I have SQQQ. SQQQ goes up when SPY goes down. So if SPY goes down, I'll make money. If SPY goes up, I'll make money because I hold SPY and I hold SQQQ, and they also pay dividends. It's a great investment strategy to balance out your portfolio and then use more risky plays like AMC and GME. But this is what I'm looking at for SPY. I do think we are going to see that crash and capitulation. If you go ahead and look at the market psychology, it will show you that you guys can see that we are in the complacency stage, which is the stage where everyone thinks we need to just cool
cool off before the next bull rally to all-time highs. But really what we're about to see is a double top type scenario. As you guys can see, you have this big blow off top, and then you have a second top right here. A double top normally has a higher top and then a lower top. As you guys can see, there's a higher top and then a lower top. So I do think we're going to see that crash and capitulation down for SPY after we get this rejection from these higher levels and then get a push to the downside hard. So that's what I'm looking at for SPY here on the short and long term. Again, check out my weekly prediction and update coming out this weekend. I did predict a green weekly candle for SPY as well, and we definitely did get a green weekly candle for SPY, AMC, and GME, the three stocks that I predicted green weekly candle for. We did get that. Let's go ahead and hop into the meme stocks to show you guys what's going on with AMC and GME. And I want to play this clip that I dropped in my last video. Check it out. We're going to push up to about $4.46 in pre-market, $4.50 around that range pre-market, come back down and retest 446 as support, and then continue up. So tomorrow might be basically a flat day, but it's going to be a setup for a bigger bullish move. Once we get that retest of 456, we can then push up to this $5 level pre-market. So once we break 456 or retest 450, and we're going to get that push up to about $5, $4.90. And then once we break $4.90, we can push up to that $6. So we were looking for that set up to that push to that higher level. We got that 450 rise to the pre-market. Exactly like I said, we'd come up and go to 450. Got that rejection, came down and retested that support, and then got a push to the downside. They were talking about the strike and using that to FUD AMC down. And we also seen a ton of short shares used during today to try to push AMC down. And that's why we've seen this big down candle. Now, I want to explain what is going on with AMC next and what we can expect price action we're going to see for AMC and GME. And then again, check out my weekly prediction and updates coming out this weekend, letting you guys know if it's going to be a bullish or bearish week for AMC. But I'm explaining what price action I'm expecting to see here in the next couple of trading days. So of course there is the weekend. Once Monday opens up, you guys will see what I'm talking about. So we did get a strong bounce off of this right here, this level of about $4.32, which I told you guys we needed to come back down and retest. So this is the setup for that bigger push to the upside. As long as we can hold 432 as support, you will see a nice push to upside. We could even come back down to about $4.25 at the absolute lowest and then see a bullish push to the upside, especially if we drop down hard and see a big push to the downside here on Monday. You will see a big bounce back V-shaped recovery for AMC. But what is more likely to happen is to hold this level as support. As you guys can see, we got this nice strong bounce off of that 430 level. As you guys can see, came down, got a nice strong bounce, and is now pushing to the upside. I do think AMC is going to start continuing to the upside, and this is a setup for a bigger move for a bullish week next week. Now, this is not the weekly prediction and update. I'm going to explain that in that video, so make sure you guys check that out. But I do think we could see a potential bullish week for AMC based up off of this setup. This is a very bullish setup. I know it does not seem like that because we had a big down day, but this is a retest of a crucial level of support. Again, stocks need to move in waves. They cannot just move up. They cannot move down. They need to consolidate and move in waves and patterns. And this is how you will find AMC to move. It needs to retest support to make sure that when it makes a bullish push to the upside, it is not going to just come crashing back down. So I do think this is actually a bullish setup for a bigger move to the upside. We can see that price went outside of the Bollinger Bands, got a nice snap back inside the bands. Let's go ahead and look at the 4-hour time frame to see if we can see any more indications of bullish upside, and again, a bullish setup for a continuation to the upside. As we can see, there is a bullish buy signal here on the 4-hour time frame as well. This is more indication of a bullish setup to the upside, as well as the macro falling wedge you guys see here on the 4-hour time frame. This is also very, very bullish as well. That's why I said we could come back down to retest 425 at the absolute lowest and see a nice push to the upside. I do think that this wedge is going to eventually take us up to about $6.20, as this pattern is a falling wedge. We do have this uptrend here, go into the falling wedge, and then the falling wedge breaks into a higher high. So I do think we will be retesting $6.20, possibly even at next week, but I'm going to get more into that here in the next video. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC for the next couple of trading days on the smaller time frame. Let's go ahead and hop into GME, showing you guys what we're looking at for GME after I give you guys this data, fundamental data for AMC, and talk about those price points as well. So again, you guys seen that they had a ton of short shares available to borrow today, and they were trying to use the strike as FUD to dump AMC down. We still see AMC's short or cost to borrow sitting at 793%, 793%. Every time we go up to about this $1,000 or 1,000% cost to borrow range, we do hit our head on that. I think once we break that resistance here on the chart of cost to borrow, you're going to see AMC absolutely go to berserk. We are holding that 793 as support, so I do hope that we hold at least 500 to 700% short or cost to borrow, as this is putting an extreme amount of pressure on the shorts and costing them a ton of money. Again, all we need is time and the status quo to remain the same, and we could see a major squeeze for AMC. We do not need a reverse split. Also, we have short interest at 28.80%. As you guys can see, short interest is at 28.80%. This is the highest short interest we have ever seen for AMC. This is very, very bullish for a move to the upside, especially if we start to see shorts cover. You could see a major push. Also, once AMC gets short interest like this, when short interest starts to go above about 24%, normally we see a rally indicate with that, and then it will drop back down to about 20, 18%. So I am expecting a rally here for AMC based off of the short interest increasing, seeing smaller short positions and newer short positions start to cover, potentially triggering the MOAS in that effect as well. Also, I'm expecting a rally because of the cost to borrow being so high as well. AMC is also setting up on a technical level for this rally, so I am expecting a rally here in the near future for AMC. Again, weekly update, I'll get in that to a little bit more. We also see AMC's FTDs kicking up again as it's still on the threshold security list, holding its position on the threshold security list, and we're seeing FTDs start to kick up again. This is more bullish indications of, again, a larger move. We're seeing over 18 million FTDs at one point for AMC, and that should be absolutely criminal. It is absolutely insane that AMC has this many FTDs and nothing is being done about it. And Adam Aaron refuses to say that there is manipulation on AMC stock, even though apes see it every single day. When they dump FUD articles and use short shares at the same time, that is manipulation. But that is neither here nor there. That is what I'm looking at for AMC based off of the fundamental data. Again, it is set up for a major rally based off the technical data and the fundamental data. I am expecting a rally here in the near future for AMC. Let's go ahead and show you guys what I'm looking at for GME stock. So GME, I told you guys that we could see a little bit more downside. In the morning update, I told you guys we could see a little bit more downside, even a retest of that $22 level. And as you guys can see, we are moving towards that $22 level. So I do think GME could actually see a little bit more downside all the way to $22, retesting that level as support. So before we move down to $22, GME needs to go to $22.50. If it holds $22.50 as support, you're going to see a nice push to the upside. Again, we're in this falling wedge here on the smaller time frame. GME is basically in a flat consolidation, okay? We ran up to $20. This is very, very bullish. We're holding macro resistance as support. This is very, very bullish. And again, this has been resistance for 2 years. I don't know how many times I have to say this to hammer this home, but this has been resistance for over 2 years. This blue line that you see here. Every time we make a rally, it's been used as support or as resistance. Every time, every single time. As you guys can see, we're now using it as support, building it as a base for a bigger push to the upside. We also have this bullish gap fill here up at $40. And we have this beautiful double bottom formation that is forming on GME, a macro pattern right here. This is the top of the double bottom. You come all the way down to $15. Bottom number 1 at 15, get a nice bounce. Come back down to $15 again. Bottom number 2, get a beautiful bounce off of that and start curling back to the upside. I do think GME is setting up for a nice push up to this $40 to $50 level. And of course, once GME gets up to those levels, it could start squeezing because smaller short positions could start to cover. We could see FOMO kick in, Gamma kick in, AM or GME will start running, and that could literally trigger the Moss. Again, this is very, very bullish that we are breaking above this macro sloping resistance and using it as support over and over and over again. It's building a bullish base to push above $30. $30 is major support and resistance. As you guys can see, once GME breaks above that major support and resistance, it will have little to no resistance. It's going to push up hard. We also have a gap fill up here, okay? Gaps get filled on stocks, so we're going to see GME make that move to the upside. Again, it's just when is it going to do that? How long is it going to take? I do think it is actually setting up for this move sooner than later, as we are accumulating in this bullish range above $20, holding this macro sloping resistance as support. We also have buy signals here on the daily time frame. We're also breaking out of a huge macro falling wedge, okay? This is extremely bullish for AMC, this huge macro falling wedge, and the price target for the falling wedge, as you guys can see, is at or above all-time highs. I always say at or above all times, but it's above all-time highs. If you go ahead and take your high from your low, that can give you a breakout target for the falling wedge. As you guys can see, falling wedges are a bullish continuation pattern. I know some of you already know this, but let's go ahead and show people for people that are new to the channel. A falling wedge is a bullish continuation pattern. So I'm going to show you guys what exactly that looks like here with that. So let's show you guys here. So as you guys can see, it's a push to the upside. Then you have your bullish falling wedge, and then you have a higher high. So this is exactly what's happening for GME. Push to the upside, bullish falling wedge, 2-year accumulation period, push to a higher high. Now we are using macro sloping resistance, which is literally the confirmation of that pattern. So once you see, like I say on the smaller time frames, once you see price break above and start confirming as support, that is confirmation. So we're about to see that move to the upside. This cup or this double bottom is going to be the first pattern that plays out. As you guys can see, this double bottom inside of the falling wedge, this is going to be the first thing to play out. You're going to get that push up, filling this gap here. And then, of course, we're going to keep running to the upside, fulfilling that macro trend that GME is making. AMC is doing the same thing as well. It's just in its flat portion. It's basically a flat consolidation period before pushing to the upside. But if you go ahead and look at the daily time frame, you guys can see a similar double bottom formation for AMC as well. As you guys can see, you have this rounded bottom here inside of the wedge, and then it's breaking out of the wedge. Bottom number one is at about $3 here. As you guys can see, $3.70, bottom number one. Huge bounce to the upside off of that $3 level. That's the confirmation of a double bottom, okay? Then we get another push down to this $3 level, and we're getting that bounce here. Curling around to the upside, this macro falling wedge is also forming as well. Once we get that, we're going to push up to $6.20. Curl back to the upside, break the golden zone. Once we break the golden zone, the squeeze could literally start. Why? Because there's little support and resistance. Shorts are underwater. FOMO, blah, blah, blah. You guys know the story that I tell you, but that is literally what could happen. Then we can see smaller shorts start to cover. We can see price to start run up. And then, of course, once price gets to all-time highs, all shorts are underwater. All bets are off. MOAS has started. We will see this trigger. Personally, me, after I think AMC breaks $8 to $12, MOAS is going to be started this time. It's been so compressed so long. AMC is like a spring. When you push, AMC stocks are like a spring. When you push them down, push them down, push them down, they're going to bounce back hard. And this stock has been compressed for so long. As you guys can see, we're just literally not bottoming and we're not moving up. We're just consolidating. This thing's about to make a huge bullish push to the upside. I am expecting a rally for GME and AMC here in the near future. But guys, this is pretty much everything I have for you for AMC, GME, and the overall market. Again, SPY basically just tracking exactly as I said. We are going to see a pullback for SPY, probably back down to this 444 level. If it doesn't hold 444 as support, you're going to see a big move to the downside for SPY. AMC, I am expecting a rally here in the near future. We're set up for a bullish move here in next week, and I will be talking about it more in the weekly prediction and update. And we did get the green weekly candles for SPY, AMC, and GME that I did predict on my last update. So if that being said, this is the video. Hopefully you found it informative. If you did, go ahead and drop a like. Subscribe for more content like this, and you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more data or updates. My Twitter and Instagram are linked down below. If you want to get in the Discord, just hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. Say, hey, I want to get into Discord. It's $50 for a lifetime invite. You can get in for $50 and join like-minded traders and successful people, hopefully building your wealth as well. Also, I do have a membership you can join for $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. You get a ton of benefits for that as well. And I'm working on the trading class all week this week. Hopefully it will be ready by Monday, showing you guys how I make these accurate calls and predictions and navigate the market, showing you guys so you guys can train and learn for yourself. You guys can check out my website if you want. I do have a website. I will link the website for you guys, but it is Data Zero Shop Center. As you guys can see, right here is the link, wordpress.com, and it's going to be Data Zero. I'll share the link for you guys because this is not the actual link. Hold on, I'm going to show you guys here. Data1.wordpress.com. It is a WordPress site, and as you guys can see, you guys can check out and read about the course. It will be out shortly. I'll make an announcement on the channel as soon as it is ready for you guys. As always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
All right, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. Subscribe for more content like this. Remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more Data Zero updates. My Discord is $50 for a lifetime invite. Hit me up on Twitter or Instagram, link down below to get in the Discord. Just hit me up and you can give me payment, and then I will send you the link, and then we can go from there. And you could join my membership for the channel. It's $2.99 a month. Cancel at any time. I also have my trading class coming out. Should be ready by Monday. I am hoping by Monday. I will make that announcement when it is up and ready. You guys can check out the website to read all about it and learn about what's going on. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you that watched the end of this video to hear this message, and I appreciate each and every one of you that drop likes, leaves comments, and support me. It really does mean a lot. As always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.